Work-life balance in your business, especially when you get started as a small business owner. Hi, I'm Dory. I'm a small business owner for a creative business called Miracle Magnet Studios, and I'm recording and documenting here my journey and sharing all my experiences and what I learned along the way. And I hope this is going to help people who are thinking to run their business, leave their previous job, leave their corporate roles, or any other job that they did before. So I think one of the major reasons people actually want to start a business because they feel like they will have a lot of freedom. They will have a lot of freedom of time. They can schedule their day and they really want to escape. That's the buzzword at the moment. They really want to escape 9 to 5. So I will be very honest. When you are getting into running your own business, you are escaping 9 to 5 for 24/7. So it is not gonna be an absolute freedom from the start. So I have to start with that immediately. And it is not that something you cannot manage. Work-life balance, when you will get started, will be very difficult. And you will be working day and night. You will have freedom though. Yes, definitely, to how to schedule your day. When you actually working, you can have the breaks in between. You can do stuff at the morning and then choose to look after your children if you have family, and then carry on working at the afternoon. However, what you're not gonna have those set hours when you will be working 9 to 5 and then only Monday to Friday or 5 days a week. That is not something that's going to be possible at the beginning of your business, especially if you really want to push results, if you want to turn around your finances, if you really want to drive money and sales. That will require all your energy, all your resources of time. Why is that? Because there's so much to do. In the beginning, you won't have the resources to create a massive team unless you actually already starting with a major investment, which I don't think you are, because if you are watching these videos, you're a small business owner pretty much starting from nothing. That will mean that you will be required for a lot of the roles. You won't be hiring people for bookkeeping, you won't be hiring people for invoicing, and a lot of things that admin you will have to do. So even if you are running a business that has opening hours or your client facing work is, let's say, 8 a.m. till 8 p.m., the remainder of the time you will be constantly doing things that none of the other team members will be able to do because you are the business owner. So I have to be honest, I have not taken a day off in my business literally until last week. So that means that nearly for 2 years I have hardly taken any time off. This is not typical, and I'm not saying it's sustainable, and definitely not something that I recommend anybody doing. But because I did that and I felt like I already am preparing myself for that strength to push forward and then take my rest or like down period in totally different ways, meaning I go for a longer walk or like I go for a run or try to do exercise. That's my downtime. I would still work every day because for me it was extremely important to then get the finances and the sales going as soon as I possibly can. So you can make a choice. I made that choice that I don't take the time off. Maybe I take half a day or a couple of hours shorter days, but I still will work every day because I will need it to get done all those tasks, and I did not want to miss a beat so that my sales can run smoothly and grow. One thing I also have to mention that because at the moment my business model is all around social media, that's also 24/7 and always on. So that also not helping my cause to take days off because we will need to post every day. We will need to have activity every day because most of our clients actually paying packages that are every day. And we will be running their services for their personal account or business accounts with our social media activities, videos, posting stories, and all of that. That's every day. So when I got started, I did everything. I did the editing, I did the filming, I did the posting, I did the copywriting, I did every aspect of social media management and production. And I didn't have the resources or didn't have the money to get somebody on board. It was about like 4 months from that point when we had the first social media client in, when I could get an editor in. But that 4 months, I had absolutely zero space for work-life balance. I honestly worked every hour of the day pretty much, only just a couple of hours of sleep, which was not sustainable for long term, but for 4 months it was doable, and then I got the editor in. When you think about running your business and getting into business, other than financials and obstacles and mindset and a lot of different aspects that you will have to consider, you will have to consider that it won't be immediate freedom. Freedom comes parallel with your success. You won't ever have full freedom. I'm sorry to put that out there, but you won't ever have full freedom in your business when you are a business owner. Even when you have a full staff, you still will have to be present. You will still probably be the face of your company who your clients actually bought into. So you won't ever really have that sort of freedom that you are looking for. You can be digital nomad if your business allows. You will have times when you actually can leave things to other team members, but it is really not that like dream setup how a lot of people think it is. I leave 9 to 5 and now I can work 3 hours a day and then I will earn the same amount of money. So if this is what you are thinking that you're gonna have, that is not something that is realistic. But still, what you will have freedom of, you will have freedom from bosses, you will have freedom from internal politics and that sort of stresses. You will have stresses, but they will be other types that I think that personally I can manage them so much better than corporate politics. So I would say choose your heart and choose how you approach this, but don't go into it thinking that you will have to only work 2 hours a day and you will be sorted. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, please put them forward. I'm trying to build a small community for small business owners across the globe who are here to share their experience and then just talk about the journey together. And yeah, and if you like these videos, please comment, like, and subscribe, and I see you on the next video.